If you've ever seen the show Cops, then you know how suspenseful the show could be. Whether it's the suspense or the authentic, non-scripted events that take place in the show, there's something about it that has us on the edge of our seat. However, what I find really interesting about the show is the fact that some episodes are heavily edited. Most things that happen in the show are cut out, but it makes me wonder, what exactly are they cutting out? Could it be incidents that are not suitable for audiences, incidents that are too disturbing? Or is it something else? The reason why I say this is because there have been cases in which officers have dealt with situations that weren't crime-related, but rather something beyond that, beyond explanation, something paranormal. And this next video is proof of some of those situations in which officers could not explain the stuff they've witnessed. This video was posted on Twitter by a police officer from Brazil who was part of a police operative that took place inside an abandoned hospital. Needless to say, the footage he caught on camera is pretty creepy to say the least.
Caralho, bicho, que é isso, mano? Cuidado, Judá. Cuidado, mano, que é isso, mano?
Mano, não tem nada.
Caralho, mano, que é isso, bicho? Caralho, mano. Mano, que é isso, bicho? Caralho, mano, bora, mano.
É doido, Deus me livre, mano.
Vai, mano, vai, mano. Vai, mano, vai, mano. Vai, mano.
The door opens and closes back and forth all on its own. This surely is pretty strange. Not much info was given on the video, except that it was shot in Brazil by an officer during a police operation. With that said, based on what's available, including the footage itself, it seems like this might be actual evidence of something paranormal caught on camera. Of course, what do you make of this video? I'll leave it up to you to decide. The following video was submitted by Party Shiba, and I have to say that this video is by far the creepiest thing I've seen. Along with this video, Party Shiba states, "My old friend from high school made a YouTube channel a long time ago and uploaded a strange video. The video consists of him joking around with his younger sister, pretending to take a photo of her, but filming her instead. The reason as to why he uploaded the video is because in it, he saw something odd happen to her hair on the right side of the screen. I recall him having sleep issues back in high school, as he claimed that there have been a lot of strange things happening inside his house. The details are fuzzy, but I think that his sister in the video also claimed to have seen her grandparents, who were no longer around. That is all I have, but it is strange." Here's the video that Party Shiba is referring to. Be sure to pay close attention to the right side of her hair, or you'll miss it.
Hey, Mountie, we're gonna take you a picture, okay? Ready? Ready? Uh-huh. Yeah, Mountie? Okay, we're done. ¿Ya está? No, I'm just kidding. No, we need to go take the picture again. Go.
As always, what are your thoughts on this? The following picture was submitted by Garifuvia, who, along with this photo, writes, "In 2017, I went on vacation to Mexico. I was there to visit some relatives. My family's from Veracruz, and the town at which they live in is pretty creepy, as people have heard strange and scary things about the place. One night, both my brother and my uncle, including myself, were sitting inside my aunt's restaurant. I was watching the entrance, while my brother and uncle played with their iPad. They would play with the iPad's camera and take random photos. This kept them entertained as there wasn't much for them to do at the restaurant. Right before closing time, they were both looking at the photos they took. I wasn't there with them looking over at the photos, but it was upon looking at their faces that I realized something was wrong. They had a look of sheer terror on their face. I asked them what was wrong, to which they replied, "Did you see any women walking by?" I answered no. I was confused. They then showed me the photo they were looking at. I immediately got chills. I was so unnerved by what I saw in this photo. Near the entrance, there appears to be a woman. However, if you look closely, she appears to have a distorted face and a really long neck. I ran outside the restaurant to see if the woman in this photo was still around. The streets were empty, as usual. Keep in mind that I was looking at the entrance the whole time I was there. I only looked away for a minute since I was using my phone. But even while looking away, I was sure that nobody passed by. There was barely any business that night. We ended up going to bed early, as we were totally freaked out by what happened. To this day, we have no idea as to what was in that photo. Here's the picture that Yuvia is talking about. You can somewhat see the long neck that Yuvia mentioned, but what stands out the most is the distorted face. This is definitely the stuff of nightmares. This one's for sure pretty creepy. There's something about abandoned places that give off uncanny vibes. Whether it's the desolate atmosphere of the place, or the thought of someone or something inhabiting the building, there's just something about such places that keep you from visiting them. Whatever it might be, abandoned places carry creepy vibes, and this next video is no exception to that notion. The following video was submitted by Super Toxic Potato 75, who claims to have captured something unexplainable while staying over at a rundown building with some friends. The video starts off with them entering the premises of the building and seeing nothing but leftover furniture. The reason as to why they came here in the first place is because of an incident that took place in that same building. This is not their first time coming here. They came here before. However, little did they know that they would witness something really creepy. According to Super Toxic Potato, the first time they came here, he and his friend saw a door close on its own. It slammed itself shut all on its own, and they were terrified by this encounter. Ever since then, they've sought out to see this happen again, but this time while recording it. And, to their surprise, they did capture something. Take a look at the footage they captured. It's pretty spooky, to say the least.
Found red. It's a puzzle.
Is anyone wearing red?
Oh,
Yeah.
Who?
You're wearing maroon.
No, it's red.
That's maroon.
It's red.
It's maroon.
It's red. Stop. It's already an hour.
Point it. Point at it.
It's been an hour.
One last. I'm gonna. No f***ing way! You did it! Thank you! You did it!
As you can see, the door slammed on its own. It is pretty creepy, but some viewers beg to differ. Some think that this might have been caused by the wind, as it could have been blowing towards the pathway of the door. Although this might be a possible explanation, Super Toxic Potato discredits that notion, as according to him, the door was slammed in the opposite direction of where the wind was coming from. As of right now, no further evidence has been brought forth to prove this paranormal occurrence as otherwise. But he and his friends are sure that this was done by some paranormal entity, a ghost. For now, it remains a mystery as to what they caught on camera. Out of all places, The most talked about location at which many people have encountered scary and unexplainable encounters is a place in New Jersey known as Clinton Road. From satanic rituals and cults that people have encountered while hiking, to a bridge where the ghost of a child is said to appear, Clinton Road is brimming with lots and lots of strange activity. Now, although there are countless videos out there of said activity caught on camera, none of them come close to the following video you're about to see. The following footage was submitted by Rosie114, who, along with some friends, went on a hike to explore the wooded areas that surround this road. Mind you, that all of this took place in the middle of the night, which probably wasn't a good idea. This is what Rosie114 recorded after one of her friends saw something that scared the living daylights out of him.
Oh, bro! I'm not even. No!
In this video, Rosie states that there was a man standing alone, which should have raised some suspicion. Perhaps he too wanted to take a walk in the woods. That might explain it. Theories abound on this video, as viewers have come up with their own explanations. For now, nobody knows what Rosie and her friends came across. But this doesn't mean that the possibility of this being a paranormal occurrence is ruled out. This is Clinton Road after all. Who knows what else lurks within this place? In this next submission, Andrea Cardini captured something unexplainable on camera. She sent both a video and a photo of the strange anomaly that was captured. Andrea writes, "In 2018, I had my first trail cam, and, needless to say, the image and video I've attached are from that year. The trail cam only activates when it detects movement. One night, the trail cam was activated by a roe deer that passed by. Unfortunately, it left really quick before the camera fully activated. However, upon turning on, it captured something else. The trail cam was positioned in a valley on a palm tree. I share this footage for the first time online now." Here's the footage that Andrea captured. It's pretty weird, but creepy nonetheless. There appears to be an orb floating in place. Then, seconds later, it appears to teleport at a different spot. Along with this observation, Andrea writes, "The floating orb thing is really weird. Stars don't act like that, and neither does the moon. Insects don't act like this, as they always appear semi-transparent on camera." As you can tell, Andrea is just as mesmerized as those who've seen this clip, and they're just as baffled as she is. What do you think this might be? I'm curious as to what you think this is. Let me know down below. This last video is pretty creepy, as what's captured in it is sure to keep you up at night. Allie Wynn was shooting a video on TikTok when, while editing the video, she saw something that left her spooked. It sure is pretty unsettling to see something like this. Allie has no idea as to what this might be. However, Allie thinks that this might be a ghost. It sure does look like it. She further adds that she might be moving out, as this has her really spooked. Doubtless, seeing something like this would give anyone nightmares. It's a good thing Allie doesn't plan on staying there any longer. Of course, she could be saying this as a joke. One thing's for sure though, if I were her, I'd leave the place in a heartbeat. Thanks for watching, and until next time.